back to revision class. So which chapter already we have finished? Have you remembered which class is the revision over for which chapters? Ma'am, as we remembered, so first lesson, which was the first lesson? Reproduction in plants. Then second chapter, yeah, animals, habitat and adaptation. Then third chapter, yeah, annual, whatever the syllabus I have given for annual, no, only that chapters I am going to do the revision. Which was the third chapter I did here for revision? Health and hygiene. So first semester, whichever the chapters I have selected from the first semester book, all three lessons, the revision have been completed. Now we shall move for the semester 2 book. Okay, so in the semester 2 book, which is the first chapter? Have you remembered which is the first chapter from the semester 2 book? Yeah, which is the first chapter? That is air and water. The first chapter is air and water. Then what are the things we have learnt in this class? Yeah, ma'am. The chapter is about air and water, means about the air and water only we have learnt. Okay, so then what do you mean by air? Or what does air contains here? We are knowing that air, where we are getting? We are getting from the atmosphere itself. In the atmosphere itself, the air is present. Now, then in air, what are the other things are present? Air contains many gases. That only see what does air contains? What does air contains? Air contains many gases. So which are those gases here? They are saying air contains many gases. Which are those gases? Which are those gases? Oxygen, one you can remember, which we are breathing, oxygen, and we are giving out some gas. Which is which gas is that we are giving out? Carbon dioxide, means we are inhaling oxygen and we are exhaling carbon dioxide. Along with this, even nitrogen and other gases are present. So nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and other gases are present in the air. So air contains many gases. Which are those gases? Means nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide and other gases. So air contains not only the gases, along with the gases even it contains water vapor, dust particles and smoke. What does air contains? Air contains many gases. Along with the gases, even air contains water vapor, dust particles and smoke. So even dust particle, even germs also will be present in the air. Next, mention the approximate percentage of different gases present in the air. So as they said, air contains many gases. So in these gases also some approximate percentage of present. So what is that approximate of percentage present in the gases? See here, carbon dioxide. So carbon dioxide 0.03%. 0.03% of carbon dioxide is present. Then what is the use of this carbon dioxide? So this carbon dioxide is used by the plants to prepare the own food by the plants. That is nothing but the process is called as photosynthesis. So what is the approximate percentage of carbon dioxide present in the air? 0.03% of carbon dioxide is present, and this carbon dioxide is used by the plants to prepare their own food in the process of photosynthesis. Then oxygen. So how much? 21%. 21% of oxygen is present, and this oxygen we the human beings and total the living things breathe for the what? For the life. Okay, we breathe, and not only oxygen is not only for the breath, even for the burning purpose also. So oxygen, 21% of oxygen is present in the air, and oxygen used to breathe and even for burning purpose also. Then what about the nitrogen? So only 0.03% of carbon dioxide, 21% of oxygen. Then nitrogen, 78%. 78% of nitrogen is present in the air. So then what is the use of this nitrogen? So it helps for the growth of the plants. Nitrogen helps for the growth of the plants. So along with this, even water vapor, hydrogen, argon and other helium are the other gases present in the air. So mainly nitrogen, oxygen, carbon dioxide, and still 1%. The remaining gases will be present because 100% means here 78, 21, 0.03. Then remaining percent of gases are, that is water vapor, hydrogen, argon and helium and the other gases which are present in the air. See, do you know? What is that? Do you know means? Earth's atmosphere. That Earth atmosphere is 78% of nitrogen, 20%, 21% of oxygen and 1% of other gases. In that 1% only carbon dioxide and other gases like water vapor, even helium or hydrogen are present. So this is how the approximate percentage of gases which are present in the air. Nitrogen, most of the gas content of air is, that is 78% of nitrogen, 21% of oxygen, remaining 1% is other gases. Then now after knowing all this, now we shall study the properties of air. List the properties of air. So air occupies, the properties are: air occupies space, air exerts pressure and air has weight. So air occupies space, air exerts pressure and air has weight. Air occupies space. How we came to know that air occupies space? Of course, now in this room, if you are staying in your home, classroom will be there, everywhere air is present, no? Yeah, air occupies space. And well to know that whether air occupies space or not, your best activity or the experiment, that is balloon experiment, no? So when we blow the balloon, what happens? It expands its size. So what is present inside the balloon there now? Air is present. So air occupies space. Then air exerts pressure. Even air also exerts pressure. So this, by the activity which the soft drink, with the help of the soft drink can we conduct an activity, no? Air exerts pressure. Then even air has weight. This also by the balloon activity we came to know that air has weight. So we have to take two balloons, then we have to blow it. So equal size. We have to blow the two balloons in the equal size. Then we have to tie the balloons with the help of the thread through the angle. Then we have to hold. After that we have to burst off one balloon. So that time what happens? The bursted balloon area will move up, and where the balloon will be there, no? In which the air has present, no? That balloon comes down. This activity shows that air has weight. Then after knowing about this air, now we should study about the atmosphere. Then what is atmosphere? What is atmosphere? The layer of air around the earth. The layer of air around the earth is called atmosphere. The layer of air around the earth is called as the atmosphere. And this atmosphere has 5 different layers. Name the 5 layers of the atmosphere. Name the 5 layers of the atmosphere. Which are those? There are 5 different layers. First one is the troposphere. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. Troposphere, stratosphere, mesosphere, thermosphere and exosphere. These are the 5 layers which are present in the atmosphere. The 5 layers of the atmosphere. Now, in case if the question is asked, describe the different layers of the atmosphere. Describe or explain. Explain the different layers of the atmosphere. So that time what you have to do means all 5 different layers which are present in the atmosphere, no? You have to explain that. So first one is troposphere. So troposphere is the first layer of the atmosphere. So troposphere is the first layer above the Earth's surface. And change, whatever the weather change takes place, no? That changes takes place in this layer. In which layer? Troposphere. Changes in the weather occurs in this layer. Then the second layer of the atmosphere. Which is that? Stratosphere. Stratosphere is the second layer of the atmosphere. Here the ozone layer. The ozone layer is present in this layer. What is the function or what is the work of this ozone layer? It protects us. Which? The ozone layer. The ozone layer protects us from the harmful rays which is present in this layer. Where the ozone layer is present? The ozone layer is present in the second layer of the atmosphere. And which is the second layer of the atmosphere? Stratosphere. Stratosphere is the second layer of the atmosphere, and in this layer only the ozone layer is present, which protects us from the harmful rays. Which rays is that? UV rays, ultraviolet rays. Next is the Mesosphere. So Mesosphere is the third layer of the atmosphere. So what are the things present in this layer? So small pieces of rocks from the outer space. Small pieces of rocks from the outer space fall into the earth and burn up in this layer. So small pieces of rocks from the outer spaces and they fall onto the earth, and that rocks will be burned up in this layer. In which layer? The third layer, that is Mesosphere. Then comes the fourth layer. Which is the fourth layer of the atmosphere? Thermosphere. Thermosphere is the fourth layer of the atmosphere. So here the temperature. So the temperature in this layer, that in the thermosphere layer, the temperature in this layer is very high. The temperature in the thermosphere layer is very high. Spacecraft orbits takes place in this layer. Spacecrafts orbit in this layer. So in which layer the spacecraft orbits? In the fourth layer. Which is that fourth layer of the atmosphere? Thermosphere. Then Mesosphere. Mesosphere is the fifth layer of the atmosphere. So here also, in this layer also, small pieces of rocks from the outer space falling to the earth burn up in this layer. So fifth layer, exosphere. So it is the fifth layer and it is the outer space. The outer space begins beyond this layer. So which is the fifth layer of the atmosphere? Exosphere. So from here, so the outer space begins beyond this layer. In which layer? That is in the exosphere. Then importance. So after knowing about the five different layers of the atmosphere, next is the importance. So list the importance of atmosphere. List the importance of the atmosphere. So it keeps a planet warm. Which atmosphere keeps a planet warm? Which is a planet? Earth. Earth is a planet. So atmosphere keeps the earth warm. It provides us oxygen to breathe. So atmosphere, they are saying, it provides us oxygen to breathe. Then the atmosphere contains carbon dioxide that is useful for photosynthesis. The atmosphere contains carbon dioxide that is useful for what? Photosynthesis. Then the ozone layer protects the earth from the harmful rays of the sun. Then the last importance, that is the changes in the weather. The changes in the weather also takes place in the atmosphere. These are the importance of atmosphere. Okay, I hope you have understood. So what are the things we have learnt in this revision class? First we learnt what does air contains. So air contains many gases. Then we learnt which are the gases present here. Okay, like nitrogen, then oxygen, carbon dioxide and other gases, and approximate percentage of gases present in the air. Okay, then after that we learned the properties of air. Then atmosphere, learned what do you mean by atmosphere and five different layers of the atmosphere and the importance of atmosphere we have learnt in this revision class. So now it's your work. Now what you have to do, you have to copy down this question answers. You have to copy down this question answers in your homework book or in your CW. Then you have to refer it for the annual examination. I hope you will do so. So we shall meet in the next revision class.